everybody. We just got finished doing a tidy up here at the house, and I thought, I ought to tell you guys how we handle our tidy. We've been doing this for years and years and years now, because when you homeschool, your house naturally gets messy throughout the day. And in fact, even if you don't homeschool and your kids are home, it just gets messy. And so you have to find a way to clear the chaos in a fairly efficient, quick manner. And so that's where these tidy up times came from. They used to be, I called them 15-minute tidy, and we would have music. And so the kids knew that as soon as the music was over, it would be time for the tidy up time to be over. However, that's kind of evolved now that we have a larger household. That was back when we had, I think like 5 kids at the time. So back then, 15 minutes, a couple times a day, pretty much took care of it. The playlist that we did was something I put together, and like you could make a playlist on Spotify or something like that. That's approximately how long you'd like the tidy to take. And you'll be surprised how the kids quickly realize, oh, this is the last song, I'm almost finished. And so that's something that you could do. But for us, what we've started doing is as soon as table chores are finished, and I will link in the description to the video about table chores. But as soon as table chores are finished, which that's like 3 times a day, we will do a quick tidy, and it's all hands on deck. If you're finished with your table chores, you immediately go into the tidy time. If you're not finished with your table chores, you just continue that until you're finished, and then you work on tidying up the house. We are tidying up in a fairly major way every time we do this. And I shoot for 3 times, but breakfast here is a little more relaxed. So we don't sometimes make it through a tidy up in the morning before we start school, but the house is still in fairly good shape from the tidy we did the night before. So typically I only get a couple of tidy up times in, and those are directly after lunch and directly after dinner. So what we're doing is we are starting room by room, and we are just clearing out anything that has gotten dropped, anything that's out of place. You'll be surprised how much paper and pencils and scissors and little toys are laying out. And so everybody has to pitch in. Even the toddlers are pitching in. I do have to kind of run interference and keep people on task. I do some tidying, but I find that a lot of times I am just organizing and supervising the little kids because they get off track very easily. So I'm just going from room to room. I'm checking over everything. I'm making sure that everyone is working, because there's a lot of kids who like to, fall on the couch and take a nap during tidy time. And I have to kind of get them up and prod them and say, come on, we're all doing this together. I also reward the kids afterwards, either a snack or they get their movie time or something along those lines, so that they know that the tidy up time has a purpose. We work before we play, and when we've gotten our work done, we get rewarded for doing a good job at our work. And so that's kind of how this works. It's a very quick time with all of us working. Usually it's no more than 15 to 20 minutes. I just don't do the music anymore because I don't want to be beholden to that. I want to make sure it's completely finished. And so if we need a little bit more time because they've been particularly messy that day, I want to be able to have that time. So if you have any other questions about our tidy up time, please feel free to leave a comment. I will also link to a post that I have done on the blog, raisingarrows.net, about our 15-minute tidy. And I would just love to hear how you manage to keep your home clean while you homeschool.